to start the game. Also, all right. Also, I don't know why I'm looking there. Hold on, I have a projection here. There we go. Also, voices. Shit. I did actually think about that this morning. Like, all right, I'm gonna do voices today. But it's always like when I go into the game, like, right, voices. What an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. I think it's rather spacey, so it's not like really suffocating, to be honest. I kind of like the cog things though. It's a bit odd now when I think that it might be in the Big Ben. That's what I think is rather odd. But I kind of do like the clocks and the library part. Not that much for reading, but I can do enjoy a very fine library. Strangely enough. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. Right, yeah, this is Big Ben, which is... Yeah, it is made of stone. I was thinking, like, is it just bricks or something? Like, no, yes, no? Actually, no, I don't think I've ever seen Big Ben. I've been in England twice, but I cannot really remember that. Oh god, yes. Oh, when I raided Timberwolf, oh my god. I was just checking, like, what is that? Like, oh, it is that clip. It's that clip. That's the worst part also. We discussed that yesterday because I was playing with Dariel and Timberwolf and... let me just call her Yoko, because I cannot pronounce all of her name because I cannot really remember it. Yeah, exactly, that was the perfect clip. But they did explain, like, he sometimes have to check the clips, because if he says something wrong and people take him wrong, like saying something bad, but it doesn't mean it like that. You just have to go through them. So I just thought, like, what exactly do I have? And guess which one was the first one I found? The Resident Evil clip on the Sit On Me Mommy, and I literally just had to show them that, because, like, yeah, I don't really have that I'm saying bad stuff, but I do have clips like this. Like, oh yeah, oh my god, I even had to explain the 1915 for them. Oh, it was fun. It was fun playing some games with them. I had to download the Rue Company, it was called, because that's apparently something Daria plays a lot. So it was fun to play with them. It was fun to just roam around, joking about a bit. It's a really nice community. So for those who doesn't know, who are new here, technically I just see the one there, but for those who probably see it later on. Wait, actually, am I? Yeah, the Yakuza thing is for both streaming and recording. I just had to check that. But yeah, so Timberwolf and Dariel is in the same team as me, which is just up above. What is this place again? Oh wait, what did I do the wrong voice? Wait, who the fuck did say that? I don't know. Shit. This is the Lord Chief Justice Office, Naruto-san. The Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. How does he look like? Because I kind of wanted to look like the other one. All of them kind of looks the same for me. Yeah, sure thing. I'm more like babble about what I kind of don't like about today, but yeah, go for it. We had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let our Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. No. So instead we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-Zama's death. Yep. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So we'd have to return to Japan. We want to remain here in Great Britain. I have to take a... Oh, fucking hell. I'm so, like, knackered right now because of all that. Like, don't realize the name of the person. Fucking hell. I have to take Kazuma's place as a law student selected for the study tour. Didn't I change Apparently I didn't change. I was wondering like what video I have on YouTube, because for some reason I really kind of like just having that in the background. I'm kind of like my father. My father sometimes don't really like just silence, so he kind of like the having noise around. I don't know, I kind of like that, especially now when I can. Yes, which means that you need to requisite qualifications as a lawyer, which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it's a Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. That's the second reason why we're here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that they will be able to remain here in London. Hope I'm up to scratch, yeah, I hope so. I'm not gonna do a voice for this because I don't know how they look like and who they are. I kind of didn't really expect something like this, but more like the normal judge style. Not like I don't know, Fire Emblem Royal or something. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. I think that came out wrong. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Mile Strongheart. Strongheart. Because it's not heart, it's heart. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel like a little mouse on an elephant's foot. Yeah, a bit. He's like tall. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't be a mouse. Wait, did you just read his mind? Oh yeah, she did. She's psychic. It is an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I am Ryosuke Naruhodo from Empire of Japan. Well, Miss Naruhodo. Welcome to London. Doves, welcome to London, the capital of glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's talk about the law student first, because we're already gonna try to talk to him that he's dead. Turn off the sound a bit at least. Lord Chief Justice. I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. A Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. Oh! So that's why you aren't like surprised about us talking about that. That's nice. I'm just checking the cogs. They are wait, hold on. They're kinda like just eating into each other. So I'm glad it's not like a physics game where they have to fit because they wouldn't fit. But yeah, I kinda dig this thing. I'm checking the cogs like in the upper left corner more or less, because it's like they're eating with each other. Well, they're more or less going to each other, but it's like I just noticed that one of the teeth just pushes into the other teeth. Ooh. There is this manga that I like, and I got an anime adaptation. And I got it in October, and now it has with but the anime is only available in Netflix, even in Crunchyroll. And I hate it so much because I don't have Netflix. I just went and read the manga, and then I just got addicted to reading it because the wholesome that I feel kind of sad about was. Yeah, I understand that. Like, Sweden can be sometimes like that as well. For example, like I was complaining about a few years ago with the whole GameStop, I think it was called, where you could buy digital games and stuff. Well, I was about to say board games because I'm just used to it. Like console games and PC games, they literally just shut down in Sweden. All of them. Like, yeah, nice. From Sunday to evening, this evening I finished it, and what I found funny was that I finished it in a 3 days gap. You weren't streaming. Huh? I'll talk about that. Also, what is it called? Because you did say Netflix, but I kind of just want to know then what it's called, because... Well, I have Netflix together with my parents. They technically have my Netflix, but there's not so much of an issue there because they're actually paying for it as well. I don't know why, I've just got a bit curious, like which one, because there is a few like that's been going out. No idea actually, because I don't watch as much anime as many other people do. I have watched a few. I know Crunchyroll and Netflix has some. Then I don't. I am like uncultured in that way. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. It's amazing news reaching before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Thank you. And you honor this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. We are in the capacity of an envoy from Japan to report the sad news in person. You tell me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that is true. An official app for watching anime for Indonesian, but it has an Indonesian subtitle, and you can't change the language. Well, stuff like that happens. That's easy to say. I don't know really what to say about that because I don't really use many unofficial stuff, to be honest. And that's it, technically more or less what I can say, to be honest. But I can say I do understand the pain of not being able to just do that. I just ended up watching some episode of a Sherlock Holmes show. I think it's pretty old. I'm trying to remember like many different of those, but I don't know, there's so many of them sometimes. And it's with some regret that I must inform you that the death of a young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Miss Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Well, would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, so apparently I'm talking about that now. The thing is, Lord Strongheart. I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. Who knows, perhaps? But without a lawyer from your country, there is nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan again? Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Ussel. At least, that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is... it's not really well. Mr. Naruhodo. I don't think he's listening to her. Also, do you know what else about that manga that I hate? No idea. It's me. It's me! Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have a qualification as much, but... no qualifications, you say. And yet you still claim to be a lawyer. I have acted a lawyer in court before. Only one as it happens. A had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused. But glossing over the details, let's just slip that aside. I've been spending every spare moment in the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about the British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burya. Cool. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Great Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's too short. It's far too short of a period of time. I can't just go back to Japan. Mr. Azogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking. 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement there, Miss Naruto, was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. What the hell? This guy just tracks everything with time, like how long is in the toilet, how long is eating, like everything is tracked. He has his office in the big bed. I just realized that. Of course he's tracking every time, because I can believe it's like hear the echoing of the cogs in his head. That it ended at the start of a new arc, and I don't know when it will be chapter will come out. I don't really mind waiting for chapters thing, but I just find it pretty irritating that I have to wait for new chapters to come out because there's sort of a break a few times now. Yeah. I can understand that. I mean, just mostly just watch stuff, and then it's like over, it's just like, oh, okay, I just have to wait for the next one. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Also, for some reason, I kinda dig pocket watches. I don't know why. So, you're willing to put those words on trial. But let me ask you one thing first. Yes? Oh god. Oh, I've been waking up way early. You say you intend to do everything there's so we plan to do. Are you firmly set on that path? I started reading it when it started to be in sort of a break. Yeah, I can. I understand what you're telling there. Like you just read it, but it's just taking a moment extra before the next part. It's just like, yeah, great. Well, that's my intention. I see. Yeah, bit. It looks rather pissed in a way. Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. At a test to become a specifically certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? Great! We probably should talk about London first, though. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? I'm just nervous everything ever since I got here. I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Miss Naruto? Oh. We had a wonderful view of some London streets from the carriage. On the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say it's almost lost of words. I don't know why I wanted yours so much there. Probably it's the weather as well. It's like kind of dark outside just because it's so hella cloudy. I also kind of feel for us now. I don't have any here. Ooh, I have popcorn. But I kinda want to just be able to spice them with salt, but I can't because they're like air pop. I Also, I think I just like watching, hearing you on stream at the end of the day because 3 days gap you were streaming and I was reading. I felt kind of. Well, I kind of hate sad and death moment in mangas and stuff anyway myself, but yeah. Well, there are some death in this game, of course. For me, it's like, it depends on what it is. It's like something that just goes straight into the heart. I just feel like, fuck it, I'm just gonna turn around and walk away. We spearheaded every revolutionary new technology in the world. Oh, great. And I pressing the button like a maniac, apparently. Yes, astounding is the word. But is it like, there is a 3 days gap just because it's Saturdays and stuff. I think it's kind of good to just have a gap in between there. Also, it's like an uneven amount of days anyway, so that's what's happening. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Well, in this game, perhaps. I'm pretty certain if you just check it in the time it's supposed to be, it's not that good. Yes. There is much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great exhibition? Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. I don't know why, but I kind of dig his outfit a bit, the cane and the clocks. I get a feeling like when I grow old, I will become something like this. I don't know why. Like, I always can picture it, have a cane that looks absolutely amazing and a pocket watch. The attire, I don't know, mostly because I don't really have the shirt thing and that. I don't really like that. The Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. It's technically more or less just the center of the world map as well, to be honest. Well, not center, but like, at least from east and west. I'm trying, hold on, what is actually the center of the map? World map, okay, pictures of the world map. I would say, is it France? What the hell is underneath? Yeah, France, right? France is underneath the. France is kind of underneath England, so I would say around France and down there. It's like middle of the world map. The sun will never set on a great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. Well, that's a way of saying stuff. Okay. So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Miss Marodi, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So let's have you defend someone. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There is an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you will have passed my test. What could be simpler? Well, it depends on if you actually did it. It would be impossible. At least if the rules are followed and shit like that is found out. If not, then sure, it's just an asshole algorithm, I would say. Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is this? Is it, Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial. Murder? Thank you, Danny, for the host! So welcome, humble viewer, to the stream I'm holding. This more or less always been murder here. There is one in these games when it's not a murder. I'm pretty certain it's a murder in in every trial here. I just realized that for some reason. Or thought about it. I might have realized that before, but just like, huh, that's absolutely true there. Just, yeah, murder everywhere. But I should mention, just in case. Oh, I should mention, just in case. If the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment. I'm pretty certain we have been in that seat in the game. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable. But can you? Apparently can. He doesn't seem to give a shit, really. There is no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, I'll be hanged. Mr. Narahu, you have come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Azogi. Something I kind of noticed that I feel like I sort of open up more whenever I'm on audio only mode. I think I kind of know why. That's interesting. I think you actually said that before, that you open up a lot here on the streams. It's nice it's always nice to have someone to open up to. It's always good. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but the time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? Also, I realized something. We haven't really had a chapter where there is investigation and then a trial. We always like had a trial or investigation. Do it. Oh, fucking hell, I'll do it. Of course I do it. What else am I gonna do now? This is a game. I'm doing it. "15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. It would be fun if it actually measured my time, but I don't think it actually did, because that was a kind of fast decision. So, it's as I suspected, is it? Sorry? You have a noble intention, but lack the resolve to see them through. I would say that might be it, because that kind of feels like that has been it before also. I feel like my face is shining like a vampire, so I'm just gonna like do this. I can technically not do that fully on the other one. I kinda can, but I need to connect it to my phone. I don't think it can do that now. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. What the fuck? Go and acquire your ticket passage back to East tomorrow. This conversation is over. Didn't I say I'd do it? What the fuck? Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. It's not Naruto. I'm sorry, Miss Asuto. What can I do? It's alright, I understand. You do? It's not an easy decision. Choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Miss Sasuto means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by threatening his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable. And I feel exactly the same way. That's kind of true. Because, like, this is a test. Like, we will see if you are a lawyer or not. If you can give him not guilty, you pass the test. If you don't give him not guilty, he will die. It's like, I don't know. Like, giving, like, a deadly weapon to someone that has never handled something like that before. Like, what would be happening? Do they know how to do it? Do they not how to do it? Do not know how to do it. Fucking hell. So that's kind of true. Like, this trial is like, I don't know. It just feels like, yeah, just send him to the gallows and give me the trial later. Because if I lose, he'll lose his life. If I don't lose it, and okay, yeah, I might have mistaken there, but it's a trial. It's a trial. It's not a real trial. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. Oh, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time. Wait, Mr. Narahuda. Was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said that I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for. Wait, so what he's saying is that he doesn't just give... And also welcome, viewer, to the stream I'm holding. It doesn't just give a random person just like, here you will have a lawyer as a test lawyer. He will probably fail, but hopefully he will not. What he's saying is that I will be a test lawyer for someone that doesn't have anyone, which means that we are both given a chance. That's more fair, I would say, actually. At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense, and if that happens, there is only one possible outcome. Okay, so now I at least agree with his outcome here. He will be received the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. That's awful, but that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. Dude, if I succeeded, mate, you have to give me a medal. But yeah, this sounds a bit more fair actually, because it's literally like he has a chance to survive and I get a chance to become a lawyer. It's not like he will always have a chance to survive, but has a lesser chance to survive with a test lawyer. What do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. And I agreed. But in my estimation, it's purely and simple a matter of resolve. Yeah, it was easier to decide now. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. He seriously must time his own, toilet visits, to be honest. What is it? Is that a candle by her nose, or what is that, like, flickering? It's gone. The Old Bailey. Baileys. I actually don't drink that. I don't drink any alcohol, so I cannot say that, but I think my father drinks Baileys. We're going to do this, Miss Naruhodo. We must leave at once. Let's move then. The Old Bailey. Go! What is actually the Old Bailey? Oh, the Old Bailey is actually this place. Okay. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Oh, so the Old Bailey is their... I don't remember what it's called. Fuck, my mind just went blank. They're like, shit. Oh, thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go that fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Like, it kind of reminds me, I don't know what I watched, but I watched someone, a reaction video on like different videos. It was someone going past a carriage in their car, and it literally just goes out the window like, how many horsepowers do we have? 1! Yeah! I love that. Like, that's just amazing, to be honest. I never knew... Oh, fuck. I forgot to press. I've already read that. Did you hear that? What I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a Ginia in for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Sherlock Holmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Yes, exactly, because that's what it means. It means, like, if you do this fast, there is a great-ass reward waiting for you. And, like, yeah, you know, hell no. I'm just checking, because for some reason, like, my phone notifications of Discord is weird. Because if I am on Discord on my PC, nothing happening. But if I leave it alone, it's like sends every notification I gotten to my phone. And like, the fuck, I already read all those. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yeah, I suppose there's that. Also, where's the defendant? Hello? Like, we cannot just stand around speaking. We have 15 minutes. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in this crowd. I don't know why, I kinda got to feel the same feeling from the other one in their Japan, to be honest. Not that much different. Are you right, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. Fucking hell, what's the matter now, phone? You're having like a whale of a time right now. Oh. Apparently all the Twitter stuff came up as well now. Is my phone like getting slow or something? Because like the notifications are like shit sometimes. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday I was the one about to be crushed. Apparently it was 50 days ago. Wait, was it? Did it say 50 days? Or was it 15? No, it was not 15. I'm pretty certain it was 50. We thought also how like old these boats are and how slow they are. It must have been 50. Yikes, that's a long time. Jesus. What is it? It's like... It's about a month and a half. Holy crap. Yes. Whoever the man you're defended... over a half, but yeah, you know, like, you get where I'm going. Fucking hell. Is it... Are we trying to defend Jacksepticeye here or something? What the fuck is going on? I'm not gonna try and make a Jacksepticeye voice, by the way, because I probably not comprehend being able to do that. Oh yeah, that's not Jacksepticeye. That's like Jacksepticeye with, what the hell is it called? Willy Wonka. Is this like an Irish Willy Wonka? What you doing, fella? Following me here? They get on fair desperate, are they? Fucking hell. Sorry. Will you look at those expressionless faces from the east? You as fucking hell. This is gonna be a trip. Holy crap. Yeah, we're from Japan, yes. Sean McLaughlin and the potato factory. I think it would be probably coffee factory now, but yeah, probably. Ah, Japan, right. Say no more. So, how much do you need? Do you just need? What is that word? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name. And all while this is a strange faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. This grand. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. Yeah. Could you please stop? Could you listen to us, please? We have 50 minutes. After this, we'll have like minus 20. 1,000 guineas? How the hell do you even pronounce that? Please, Miss Sasuto, you don't have to shout. 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? If you're so rich, how the hell is like no one defending you at all? And also, who did you murder? I kinda can do that as well, actually. This is nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have a sufficient fund to weather a rainy day, you see. So you have money for a rainy day. That's like if the whole year was a monsoon, I would say. I have enough wealth to buy me a city of London 2 or 3 times over. That much rain even fall in one day? Well, that was I said about a year, a monsoon for a whole year. Well, even so, we can possibly accept such a large sum of money. Yeah, I thought it was hitting me in the face. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving you no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, this is a little embarrassing. The trials that's about to begin, you see, is for my good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is to come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Doesn't this guy understand that we actually are his lawyer now? Well, sure, this was like, it was 20 minutes ago we literally became his lawyer, but the fuck? We have 50 minutes, but have you heard of the Jacksepticeye live show? Oh, that was so long time ago I heard that one. Oh, that's a great one. Oh well, the thing is, don't worry about the thing. All you have to do is stand up next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true. The Lordship Justin wasn't just making it all up. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you are the defendant in this trial? Luster in blazes! Do you not know who I am? Me, one of the London's biggest names. Oh, sorry. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm even capable of even holding this like characteristic up with his voice. To be honest, I feel like I'm just losing it all the time. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, next to Hyde Park, there is the center of London, another beautiful park. I believe there is actually something called Hyde Park. I'm not even joking, because I have a map of London, because it's like this sort of investigation game, which I'm kind of bad at because I want to go to the end of the game trying to figure out exactly everything, and it literally just wants me to answer some stuff. And also welcome a viewer to the stream I'm holding. But I'm pretty certain I found something there called Hyde Park, and that's not like a made up stuff. I'm pretty certain that is like real. Is your name something with Hyde? Sorry, a park. What? It's called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds at whatnot. I'm sorry for absolutely butchering this one. I donated it all to the city, so I did. An entire park in central London. If I had that much money, I would definitely do something like that. I don't know why, just the thought of like making a very nice park in the middle of somewhere. Like, why the hell not? We have a park here, and I kind of like that one. It's a very small one, but it's a nice one. A city of smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city, and it's queer old people. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to read this. When was the other time I tried to read something like this? I feel like it was some sort of game where they actually had like different styles of speaking, and I couldn't just more or less understand that thing. That's amazing, really. I mean, really extraordinary. But other the gal to say I'm good for nothing, criminal me, Magnus McGilded. I kind of just want to call him Charles McLaughlin just after all that, like, top of the morning thing. I'm not gonna do that because he is like doesn't look anything like him. It looks more like a, as I said, the Willy Wonka's goddamn factory. Literally looks like Willy Wonka in a way. That, or perhaps some sort of wizard from Oz, perhaps. And I'm pretty certain I've seen like some sort of cartoon where it looks kind of like this. What is the matter with the London police, I ask here? Also, he hasn't still realized we are his defense. He asked us to be his defense, but he hasn't realized we already agreed to it. Before we met him. Mr. Naruhodo? Perhaps now should be a good time to introduce ourselves, while the gentleman catches his breath. Good point. Good point, before he actually gets his breath back. Please do it quickly. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London We're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study from Japan, you see. Ah, no problem. I'm gonna just try and not butcher this voice. So, if you don't have a lawyer for trial yet, and you're happy to put yourself... Oh, fucking hell, I could... He interrupted me! I hate when you do that! What was I after saying, you deaf-edged? What was that? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up next there to you. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry? I think I know what you're thinking. This chance of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in the all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well, no. No? Are you trying to say that you're... I have no understanding of this, dude. What the hell is going on? Not at all, it's a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean? That would be the fault of the Reaper. What the fuck? What? What are you talking about? Hey, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Baroque van Zieks, is the prosecutor. Oh, so you mean it's not because of you, it's because of him. He literally is like, he doesn't take any shit at all. So what you're saying is that no one wants to defend you, not because of you, but because of him. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper. When Van Zyck stands for the prosecution, they call the accused as sacrificial lambs. Do I need to prepare something, like a knife or a steak or something? In every single trial in which he had been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So it's reached a desperate situation. But there is no one willing to stand in the defense against the fella at all. This is a hell of a test, if I'm gonna be honest then. You could say that is a living legend of the Old Baileys. Goodness, Lord Baruch Van Zyck. He must be an exceptional talent prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. The defendant is summoned, and his counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial's about to begin. His counsel? That would be me. No, it's this time. Well done, fella. Don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here, I made up my mind, so I had. Right? I decided I have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance, a student of law, wouldn't you know? There's no accident. I can assure you of that. This fate. So get cold field now, please. I kind of butchered I just butchering it over and over. I feel like I literally know nothing about the case or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is I can just not turn my back on him. Great, let's see how this goes. Cheers. Yeah, I still have something to drink. I was like, is this actually empty? No, it's not. Yo, welcome back. I'm just trying not to butcher anything. And also, we didn't learn shit. No joke. We didn't learn shit. We're about to go in there, and he hasn't told us anything. Other than the reason that he has no lawyer other than us is because it's not that he couldn't get any. It's because no one wants to go against the prosecution. So, yeah, that's why. If you're late, you lose your right to stand. Okay, I'm going! I'll be right here and there. Will you be there beside me? That'll be nice. Always nice. It's happening then. My first trial in the British court. I appeared you're watching me over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Yeah, it's just like, here you go. Just figure this shit out. Like, seriously, we're going against us. Oh, speaking of, because I completely forgot about that before. We were talking about a lot of shit. But I'm gonna do this one. Snakeface! Was actually following me yesterday when I was in Derial Strip. Am I pronouncing that right? I know I've been there for... yeah, Derial. I thought it was a bit like... it must have been that, because I'm pretty certain I've said that name many times before. It was actually nice to play a bit with them. We had a grand old time. But they are nice people there. Ooh, this is a... Are those witnesses, or who the hell are they? This is the High Court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. Centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. Oh, it's big as hell, isn't it? Did I just misclick on a VTuber stream when I tried to click on your stream? That's pretty funny. She is watching the JoJo anime on stream with her viewers, but she put the category as the JoJo game. Like a video game adaptation of the anime. that would be something. I just smell onion or something here. Oh, speaking of onion. Oh, I have to put that in the fridge later on. I just realized that, like, is it still there? Yeah, shit, it's still there. Luckily, it's nothing really unique. fridge because when you pluck them in the store, they literally aren't not frozen or stuff like that. So yeah. I feel so. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere is almost make word redundant. Whatever the country determining a person's guilt of innocence always a solemn affair. May I say something, Miss Naruto? Yes, what? Oh, also, I have the sword now. Oh, and he's nervous as hell. Your eyes looks ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Oh, fucking hell, Dracula. I literally said that they said that he was cursed and stuff like that, and every attorney was more or less his sacrificial lamb. So I just said, like, what do I need? Do I need to prepare something like a steak or a knife or something? No, what's a knife or steak? I don't know, something. When I saw him, I literally thought, like, the steak is probably gonna come in handy. Literally directly, like, oh shit, I did talk about the steak before. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We're here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilder. I now call upon the counsel of the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. So Van Zieks, prosecution is fully prepared. I don't know what to actually do there, so I literally thought, like, what the fuck would a vampire sound like? Other than the goddamn Twilight vampires. It really does look like a Herbert to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Yeah, a bit. I feel like I'm playing Castlevania instead. Council of the Defense, are you prepared to be Eastern? Do you speak English? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. I couldn't further from ready if I tried. Those eyes please me. Nipponese. What the fuck is that word? Hold on, what is that? Does that even mean anything? What the fuck is that? What is that? What does that mean? Please tell me, because I have no idea. Oh, it literally is Japanese. Is it what is it? A Japanese person, the Japanese language. So is that like a slang?
Nipponese.
Okay, so that's how you say it. Don't ask me where I actually pressed it, but I did. What? Is it for a specific language or something? Or is it just like a slang? Okay. Apparently this should means Japanese. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential lurch of a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. I'm just gonna go against a vampire in court here, apparently. Cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the top of my toes. Toes. Why did I say shoes? Okay. Now, Mr. Macklin. Yes, my lord. You stand accused of murder. A capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? Well, racist much? As I've already said, my lord, this grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fella is a student from some little island off in the Far East. It is not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance. I like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. They seem to like him though. So I don't know what the hell has been happening. It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilden. That's definitely welcome news. He certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Well, as he said, it wasn't because of him, it was because of Vampire. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilden. And most laudable sentiments. And now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that your 6 members of the public has been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? So we have a fine gentleman. Who is behind me? I'm pretty certain someone is behind me. Oh, we have an old lady behind me. I think we have a carriage rider because he has the horseshoe. Looks like a librarian. We have someone with a knife, which feels rather something. And we have a maid that absolutely looks serious, like there is no tomorrow. I don't know if I can do a voice for all of these. I am gonna like die if I do this. Yes, my lord. If the task is sent to rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manner, his lordship always say he could dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Any criminal here will soon be wishing they never set eyes. Yo, Turtle Girl! Welcome! We're going against a vampire. We are going against a vampire in court. We're trying to defend Jacksepticeye Jacksepticeye together with Willy Wonka in a way. I feel a chill. Don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Let's finish these mittens for my grandson. Oh, how the hell do you know that name? You probably have seen something about this before, because I've never heard of him before. But yes, it's Zeke's. The jury, yes. There's something we don't have in Japan yet. Yes! Something tells me you love it. That's right, I've only read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinion of these 6 jurors. The judges pass a sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. I would say, like, 3 of those is not fully common sense, because they literally just said, we're just gonna go. There's something a while ago about him. Because 3 of them more literally just said they're gonna get rid of rubbish. I'm like, okay, this is getting good. But how exactly do the jurors give the verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yeah, so technically we're not a lawyer yet. This is a test for us, because no one wanted to defend him because of Von Zeke's. Prosecutor one. I don't know actually. We don't know shit. I'm not joking. We literally came in there, tried to find the defendant, found him. He was talking so much. We ended up knowing that no one wanted to defend him because no one wanted to go against Van Zeeks. And then it was done. I have no idea what's been going on, but someone has got murdered. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the court. I thought you'd renowned your fame. I know as the reaper of the bailey. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years has passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. He's a goddamn vampire. I'm not even joking when I said that. It was kind of funny because they said that every attorney was a sacrificial lamb. I just thought, like, should I like prepare like a steak or a knife or something? Like, when I saw him, I literally thought like the steak would probably do fine. Yeah, kinda actually. It's like Edgeworth's ancestor in a way, to be honest. So what brings you back? Even offering or something. Yeah, the problem is that I am the offering. Is there some change of circumstances of which the court would be aware? I leave that to your imagination. I don't even know if people can hear me when I do that. I probably should do it a bit louder. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose? Yeah, why did he have to choose this one? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruto. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Yeah, that's more or less what they call him, actually. Now then, opening statements. I think a summary of the case, if you please. Yeah, please give me that, because I have no idea. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware... I think I can talk like that. If I do just do a bit less than that. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. We must be the only one here. Yeah, exactly. Like, I have no idea. The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks, known in the community as Tries-fired mason. Tries. I'm gonna say tries. Tries-fired mason. Okay, what was that so difficult to say first until I just realized tries? Tries. He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Oh, yikes. Also, that hat, though. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service of the Street of London at the time. A dagger had been thrust into the victim's abdomen. Is believed to be ultimate cause of death. Also, as I said before, I kind of feel like we're not doing investigation and trial. We're doing either investigation or trial. Which is a bit odd. I've never done that before in these games. Cushion that's under my ass here. I have a bit of a cushion. It's not a big cushion. It's just like a cushion I got from work one day. Because apparently they have like these... you can buy stuff for almost nothing and you can find anything in those boxes. The problem is that it's mostly just women clothes. So I found, I believe, 2 mugs, a little... I don't know, a little container and a chair. A little... not chair, cushion. Because what the hell would I need with women clothing? Thank you, counsel. I accept that and a photograph as evidence. What's a photograph? Was a photograph in color? Because that's like amazing. Oh, they actually made a photograph in color this time. Holy crap. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are... Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. I have tasted it myself. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? McGilded's gloves had blood on them. Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well. I'm gonna check close on those ones. I'm back into a corner before I even started. Yeah, this is a trial for us, by the way, because we're not supposed to be here, and they didn't accept it. But we said that if we just get one chance, and we got one chance, the chance of someone not having any chance at all, with us having this small chance. So yeah, that's like, I'm like cornered directly here. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at a time. Only 2. Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Only 3 of them apparently react on that one. Yeah, well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what do you have to say? What do you say? Say something. Well, of course. I have no recollection of such a thing. And yes, by the way, he literally said top of the morning, so I'm doing that accent. That's where I said in between Jacksepticeye and just Willy Wonka here. To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I am in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? This is the motion of the carriage, my lord. My lord, Lytton. So it's... so it is. And when I opened my eyes again, there was a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life. His name has Mac in it too, so he's probably Irish. Yeah. Like literally just the hello phrase was just like, holy crap, okay. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? Oh, that explains the blood. That is actually a good point. I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. The blood got on the gloves then, after the man had been killed. That is a fair point. Unfortunately, that statement of the drivers is only the beginning. But, okay, great. There was multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. Fuck, it doesn't work. I was about to say, I was about to use the fatality one. Order! Or I want to say order, but it isn't. It's order! Order! Holy crap, what is that for something? When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage, and they were witnesses to the crime. This is not just cause of compelling evidence. It is a nail in the coffin for the accused. Well, great then. I'm fucked. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear the testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses at once. Wait, are we gonna have multiple again? Oh yeah, we're gonna have that. Okay, so he's frozen, he's a gentleman, and he's a young gentleman, I guess? Witnesses, your name and occupation. Well, my name is, well, everyone calls me Bippo. I drive an omnibus in the East End. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name is First. Lady First. That's a great ass name. It was like First, okay, and Lady First, like oh, Lady First. I make hats for gents. Lady First. Dude, that name though. Yes, that's brilliant. Let's begin by confirming these facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus. I witnessed the aforementioned incident. Sorry, I had to like read that very clearly. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir, that's right, sir. Very well. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. I'm gonna just think of it. I'm just probably gonna do this one only on streams, by the way. This one, by the way. Because I feel like this is something for streams. This is not so much for YouTube. And I can literally just do it in the down below fucking section of it. Because I don't know why, but I feel like having that on top, it feels It feels odd for the YouTube stuff. On stream, I have no problem because I like being in this team, and of course, I'm gonna say hello to the rest of the team. They're amazing people. I played with some of them yesterday. It was fun. I think I was... Wait, when did I play with some of them yesterday? I think I played some with Miss Valkyrie on Friday. We played In Silence and... Gas Chasers? No, Haunt Chasers. Haunt Chase, something like that. It was hella fun. Each of you will tell you precisely what you saw. But I just feel like... you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have that there. I'm gonna have that there. I'm gonna... Sorry, now you just see one of them. There we go. Both of them. Both of them. This is gonna be shown on YouTube as well, because I really enjoy this team. If it would be a time that we'd be kicked out or something happened, then it's just like, yeah. Then I just have to be there. Doesn't matter. I don't care right now. This one though is mostly for streams. I don't care about this one not being in the YouTube video anyway. Whenever I fix YouTube videos, because holy crap, I've been doing a lot of schoolwork lately. It was in the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remembered well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. And out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. I couldn't help it. As soon as I heard a scream, I stopped my bus. And I saw them. I saw it too. I guess I have to press something here because I don't hear anything that sounds odd. An ambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnesses the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. But didn't he say... What fucking omnibus then? Because he said he has only 2 passengers. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel? Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case... How could these 2 witnesses possibly have seen what had been happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. I know where he is getting at, because he said he only had two of them in the bus. And like that's just absolutely true. How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island Asia was a good century behind our own. But you here in London yourself, are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Tell me, my Nipponese friend. Fucking hell, what's going on in my throat? Well, what's going on? This game. Have you ever traveled in an omnibus? It is slow as hell, you see. Well, no. We only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is. What? What do you mean? The actual scene? How? A carriage is designed to be moved after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes? The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building. Here? Well, how the hell did that fit in here? The entire carriage? Bailiff. Bring forth the stricken omnibus. What the fuck? Huh. That's a cute little thing, though. That's a cute little thing. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. Holy crap, they actually fit this thing in here, though. I can't believe they could... I thought it'd be like a bike for a second. Well, I thought it would be bigger. Because they said bus. And, like, I know they have carriages and stuff like that. Like, yeah, okay. We have already been in one, and we had, like, it took 5 minutes to get here. But, like, when they said omnibus, I thought it was something bigger. Like, yeah, okay. But, yeah, okay. Now I understand completely. As you see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 8 passengers? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! So, 4 on top, 4 inside. Okay. 4 passengers. Oh, I was literally just said that. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city architecture on site are be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guest that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seat above. Skylight. Okay. The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seat of this omnibus when the murder took place. So, why did you say that they had only 2 passengers? There were 4 of them. Seriously, phrasing, please. That is how they came to witness the grim incident through the skylight. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that's the problem, though. Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I never experienced the crime scene itself being brought in the courtroom. Why did he even have that prepared for the first of all? There are a number of important clues remaining. Okay, that explains things. Inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. Fuck the hell. That is the prosecution's wish. Well, that's a wish then. Holy crap. Very well. I see no reason why not. It's already inside this courtroom anyway. This omnibus here is formally accepted as evidence. Okay, can I check closer to that thing as well? Technically, I haven't checked anything yet. Hold on, I have to do that. Oh. Oh, armband. I have an armband now. Great. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, so there is blood there. On one hand. So if the guy was left-handed, that would be an oddity. If he is right-handed, we're kind of fucked. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, can we examine the inside, please? Well, open the door and go inside, shall we? This scene of a murder, it's horrible. Okay, so we have blood there. That is blood that is soaked into the seat, the victims obviously. Yes, and the seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in a full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Yeah, which is odd. I'm gonna check. Hello? Ah, that's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to the start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exhibition. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. I was just gonna check the... It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view on the cabin from the roof deck. It doesn't seem to appear to be a handle or catch of any description. What? Huh? I suppose it can be opened from the inside. the cabin at least. Okay. So, oh, hello. What's this? The seat has a handle, it seems. Oh, luggage. This looks like all sort of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Heating tubes, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. There's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. Doesn't be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. This doesn't seem to have that. That's supposed for a great exhibition. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, the crystal tower is more or less the same thing then. Trying to see if I can find anything else that might be a bit of a clue in here. Can I like go outside? I want to try and check the top. I just want to see if I can check the top as well. So the blood is there, and I literally can look down from there. You can clearly see the inside of the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses could have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us, no. I see a latch there though, I kinda want to like focus on the latch. Apparently not. It's just a latch, it's not interesting at all. Wait, hold on, didn't he say he turned around to see what had been happening? But he cannot see anything. If they sat here, they can see down there. But the coachman cannot see anything from his position. Okay, we're gonna check this. Yes, Great Britain is simply an extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's you've already done that. Way ahead of you! Let's continue with this proceeding then. Your cross-examination, counsel. Pray don't expect this Nipponese to stray to understand the intricacies of a British court cross-examination rights. Breathe deeply. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Well, that works. Ooh, stained glass, nice. Okay. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. So both of them were with their backs to the front. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife into his gut. Also, it was the right side, which means that would be very, like, odd, just like... Also checking the temperature because I feel like I have the window open because it was warm before. That's right, he stabbed him, a scream I did. As I heard a scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. Okay, so I know what to actually press on here, because how can he see it too? I don't like to be pessimistic, but we don't seem to be a rather difficult situation here. Yeah, I know that. Thank you for clarifying our, like, close but sure demise. Just closing in further and further. Let me just hold on. That's the only problem I have when I just go through everything. Just like have to speak like that first. So now I can like just go through these with no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna press this one. What exactly did you see? Well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was. By passengers. Obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. And then the other passenger had that knife in his hand, like this. By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. And then he plunged it down like this, stabbing other passengers in the belly. Okay. My lord. You're number 3. What's the meaning of this? My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? Unlike this, stinking rich. Never have. Great that you're here then. They have always for something other than they shouldn't be. Every one of them. You kinda look rich as well, you. Ooh. Yeah, it is weird. Oh fuck, I kinda don't like that. There's no point in wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. Oh fucking hell. I did say in the beginning that we already had 3 people set as this guy as guilty. Because he literally just said that something about I don't know, he doesn't like the guilty people, so he's just gonna take them out again away. The maid literally said that you have to take out the trash fast. And yeah, the third one probably just went silent or something. Yeah, it is an enjoyable stream. It's just seeing that, there's like, what is happening here? We're being fucked, that's what's happening. Oh god. You enjoying the stream? He is not enjoying his time. Let's see. Ah yes, it seems that how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With fire? Trial by fire, holy crap. Apparently yes. White for innocence and black for guilty. I kinda want to see how it looks, but like, holy crap. These other 3 are like, haven't said much. I'm like, sure, she just said she would be knitting, so. What happened if it's like a tie then? That's absolutely stupid. So, if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... yeah, we're fucked. That's what they mean, we're fucked. Oh god. I accidentally just paid for Spotify Premium and I'm furious. I'm trying to figure out like how you managed to accidentally pay for Spotify Premium, because I am paying for Spotify Premium as well, but I do it intentionally. Very well, the court acknowledged the change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Well, whoop-de-f***ing-do then. Alright, so what happened? Oh, shit. And so help me. 3 or... Okay, we have only done this. I had a code for a 3 month or something, but then it didn't let me put it in. Oh, fuck, I kinda had something like that with some sort of like audiobooks. It was like, yeah, well, you have to do this, do that, do this, to then be able to do this for a month and then do this. And like, huh? So I just like, no, fuck it. It's kinda like that with the Oculus as well. It was like a sale or something, like if you put in Oculus 30, you get like 30% of some game. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I did that and see like, yeah, now it's like $17.99 something with this. It's like yours or something. So then I go to buy, I go to like a little site where it says like, this is how much you need to pay. And it literally says the original amount. And I have applied the code as well, so it's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna deal with that just because it mishappening. Also, I'm not just gonna try and just go to a mail and like, hi, this is what's happened, because I'm not just doing it then. Much easier than to just fuck around, to be honest. Yes, I think it was some time after 10, wasn't it? Oh yes, that's right, sir, yes. Ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact. Okay, so I'm like just looking at the thing in the middle, see if someone's like reacting. Also, yeah, no one's reacting. Just checking everyone here. There were no other passengers where the incident took place. No one online, for example. You're quite right, that, sir? Not a passenger like that, none. Okay, no one reacted. I have to say, the boss insisted on it running, he does. Every evening, that last bus of the day. I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only me making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. Alright, that's kind of fair in a way. Hold it! And I saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage. That's right. When you sit up on the top of the deck, the window's right there at your feet. Yeah, so must have been sitting on the back. If they sat on the front, I am like amazed how they managed to do that. There was a lamp on inside, so I had plenty of good view. But one of them doesn't wear gloves. Two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's no shred of doubt in my mind that it was McGilded. How can you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of a rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Good point, okay. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt there. I kind of want to just see it, like, find out that every name here is a pun in a way, but I kind of feel it's not at the same time because I'm trying to figure that out. Well, sure, fair play. Literally kind of a bit of a pun. Hold it! Yes. You actually saw the exact moment it happened. Didn't I already testify that? Or are you fair dinkum, hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days? No, they are not! I'm just joking. It's like, here in Sweden, like, banks are very small, so I cannot really say anything about that. You can go in, sit there, talk to them, and go out. That's mostly what I've done, so it's fine about that. It's fine and dandy for me. This is no good. I really got this backed up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail. Oh, for... Mate, please. You're number 2. Go on. Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman. And the gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However... Oh, piss. Those of us in the service know we must accept hard truth. Wait, what are you about to... Dispose of the rubbish. Yeah, that was what I was talking about earlier. Oh, I'm literally just trying to play the game here! Is it like I just have a certain amount of tries and I have to find them all? Because, fucking hell. I feel I should save already. I've already lost half of them. Yikes! That's just... No! I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. Oh, not you too! What in the world is going on here? I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. Oh, and as such, I'm now in position to draw the only logical conclusion. Not again. Why is it always 2 now? Like, it's on 2 on 2. That's 4 out of 6 jury members who have proposed a guilty verdict. Oh, fuck, this is taking the wrong word, but I'm like so shocked about this right now. There are only 2 left. Yeah, we had it. Holy crap. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna cross-reference here. Just gonna press a bit. Clunk like, oh, great. You just decided to just do that. Yikes. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, it just makes things worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but they just fucking decide of their own. I suppose just have to keep pressing the witnesses. We mustn't give up hope that it will uncover something. But... alright, I keep trying. Oh, cool. Jesus. Oh. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witness's statement again. I am. I'm trying my best. Hold it! He stabbed him, you say, and you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right. I was on top of the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about new hat designs, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then it happened. I took a look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out of his belly, that huge great knife. A grim sight indeed. Where the hell is the knife then? Wait, do we have the knife as a... No, we don't. Where's the knife? That didn't help me at all. Yeah, you people can shut up. It appears to have made everyone more dubious that MacGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions. Mr. First. Yes, sir. Is this the knife you saw? Oh, good grief! Yes, that's it. That's the very one, sir. Is that... Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly, like a stake through the heart. Speaking about the devil. That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel. I cannot even see how big it is. It is, and furthermore, this scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Please, no. MacGilded, right? Magnus. Oh, Magnus MacGilded, fucking hell. Well, you cannot do M for MacGilded, because I'm pretty certain there's like many M's in Ireland. For example, McLaughlin. I'm trying to pronounce that right. I might just bluster that, just butcher that one. But that literally is like, what if everyone with a Mac in their name is literally just M as an initial? Then it would just be like, I don't know how many Irishmen would own everything more or less. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake. Objection! Wet fish! But there are M's everywhere. Like, yes. Mason? Objection! I don't use his voice apparently, but fuck it. I like the voice I have for him. This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Oh, great. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel. Okay, let's take a good look on that thing now when we have that. Oh my god, the next bastard to actually do this. As a master of London of Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorred to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though. I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse has been bolted, as they say. God dang it. Yikes! Well, great! Meepo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what that man says. This is too unkind, sir. Yeah, this is... Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man. There's only a nice little grandma left here. Also, I have a band to show that I am, like, defending this... Yes, dear. What can I do for you? You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand. Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know? But he doesn't seem to have that band. Then pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your learning? Leaning. Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. So she's just knitting. There's a lovely little park just near here where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. Oh, she's like a little candle in the darkness right now. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know. He put a smile on Londoner's face, he said. I can imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life. Apparently 4 other of them was just too tired to even sit around and just listening, so yeah, great. How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of man is he? The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so high. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls. What? To stone the crowns. McGilded lends money to extraordinary rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard any mention of that before. Your falsities haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. Yeah, a loan shark, I guess. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirely not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make such a use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that the victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused Magnus McGilded. Okay, that's kind of stupid, because if you like loan money, like, let's say I'm a loan shark. I'm just not talking about loaning money to a friend, and now I'm talking loan shark. You don't just want to kill someone that cannot pay it back, because then they cannot pay it back. So what he is saying here is just utter nonsense. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment day for his debt. Good gracious! The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had nothing as a shilling with which to repay his debt. And in the end, his pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him. His life. But If he really wants to get back the money he loaned to someone, you don't kill them because you will not be able to get shit out of that. So like that, what he says there right now is just stupid. I don't understand how he sees that. He probably just want him found guilty, and that's all. Because that point is more or less just stupid. By the merciless philanthropist, pretender Magnus McGilder. Well, I haven't seen Squid Game because I feel like it's like, that's easy to say. It's kind of like Versus Last Reward, but in Versus Last Reward, they're there for a reason. I'm pretty certain Squid Game is literally just, if you want money, go here, don't die, thank you. And like, I just feel like I don't want to watch that because it's literally just like people that want to watch them die. That's all. They get money if they live. But all the people working there and doing that, they probably just like seeing them die. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, yeah, get in there, do that. Oh, he's dead. Okay, sure. So I haven't watched Squid Game. I know about the whole payment stuff because I think I've seen memes and stuff about that on the internet. But it's not really something for me because, like, I don't know. It's like, it's more or less like, it's like Saw, but instead of like kidnapping people, it's literally, do you wish to come here to die? You're more than welcome to. Well, the logic is that they're been given a chance after having nothing left. Like, either they pay or go back. Either play or go back. Yeah, but it's like, that's the thing. It's like, they can go there or play or go back. But that's also the thing, like the people there who are masked, who have these weird ass games that will kill people, they don't show their faces, and they have this big, I don't know, leader with weird mask just checking over everything. I just feel like it's not like giving them, they give them a chance, yes, but I feel like it's more for their pleasure than giving a person a chance in a way. Yeah, go back to their been threatened to back to their own lives where they've been threatened to have their organs removed. Yeah, I completely understand that, but still, like, it just feels like it's more of their I don't know, some weird ass, I don't know, it just feels like they like doing that to people. And though they give a chance to people, they do it more for their pleasure than for the chance of people. Mr. Suto. You claimed that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilder. But where is the evidence to support that claim? Also, I just realized there's wine there. What the hell? Oh, he has a glass as well. Where did those come from? So I don't know why. I just feel like I don't really watch that because I get that feeling from that kind of series. Like, yeah, sure, they do this. They have masked men. They kill people in funny ways, apparently, from their point of view. But just like, yeah. Yeah, it probably is blood. So, not really fancy that. Not really fancy watching that. Ah, there it is. Lord Van Zeg's hallowed chalice. Not really my cup of tea. Not really my cup of tea. I feel like I've seen like something like that before. I've either seen something like it or heard something like that, like Squid Game. Something that reminds me of something. I don't know what, but that's more or less why I don't really like it as well, because it more or less is the same thought there. But if I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor, I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage. I didn't expect to experience it myself. As a juridical assistant to the defense, I'm simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the death ledger, which details all money loaned by the accused. I started watching it, but then my Netflix subscription ran out. Oh, I have I pay for mine myself as well, but I also get payment from my mother and father and stuff because they use that as well. So I'm keeping it up because I have like the subscription for the whole family. I have it for everyone. Well, not everyone, but everyone in the family. They use it and I use it. And they find a lot of things there. Like they found Kingdom, for example, which was like this Asian zombie thing. Or Home. What's it called? It was called something with Home, where people turned into monsters for some reason, and everyone was just like trying to survive in an apartment building. I like that one. It was a good one. It was a very strange one, but I kind of like it. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive this discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. A marvelous toast, Council. I will gladly accept this new evidence. I watched one called Such Education, which was really good. Pretty sure it's only on UK Netflix, though. I wouldn't say that because I actually get the feeling I've seen that name somewhere. I'm just gonna check because I have Netflix on my phone because I don't have anything else I can view it on my television here. I'm just gonna search because I'm pretty certain I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, we have it here as well. We have it here as well. I think it's literally called that at least, except with the extra X though. So we have it here. Okay, let's check what we have here then. Ah yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed considerable sum, and the accused made quite certain he had the ample recompense. Well, it would seem I've had wool all over my eyes. Regrettably, madam, that is the modus operandi of the accused. Okay, I'm gonna check the fucking thing before I do anything here. Okay, first check the knife. I've not checked the knife yet. Can we open it up? That part of this sheet is a cheat, right? Are you alright, Miss Naruto? Oh, sorry, yes, I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those doesn't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung on his waist. That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul. That's a way of saying it though, like, yeah, that's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Well, it at least has that, and it has a big M on it. An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGillis' initial. And it's beautifully gilded too. It must be very valuable, I should think. What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes W. This could change everything. Yes, with this... Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. It could be it, actually. It could be a W. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they said it. Yeah, they did actually say it. I just turned around like, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Wait, what? Did he... What did he say? I'm afraid it's not... I don't know at all. But what I'm sure of it is that it's an M. Wait, is it an M or is it a W? Because they literally said... She just said it is an M. Oh, fucking hell, then. Thank you for that, Sasuke. We're trying to save someone here. Okay, let's check this book then. Open it up. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear, do you really think we should go look inside? Well, it's not as though we have any of London's gentry personality, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder... I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholm's name inside. Well, let's see what we find. Let's check. I have no idea. I'm just gonna check the back side, see if I can see like something. Okay. Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Goodness! What is it? Look at this! Do you see all the names here? Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually. Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying this very moment. Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name here? He borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching. Is it possible it's just coincidence, of course? But this could be a very useful information. What if it is like the first one, where it was paid to be silent? Because that's interesting. What if it actually is like that? That Fairplay is actually paid to be silent about it. Still... Oh, it's black. Maybe it's all for the best. Wait a minute. Let's think about it a little more before... I don't stand for nonsense! Oh, fuck. Well, game over for us then. I do love it. We literally just got a book and they just decided to just kill us off directly. Sasuda, do you have any good information in the book? According to this Encyclopedia of British Laws, when all members of the jury has concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here. The final verdict. It's over then. Oh. There's a footnote though. Footnote. However, the defense... Well, the defense do what? Do something. Fucking hell. All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. He still has his blood there though. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial. I hope she's like whispering to... That she's whispering over there while this is happening and not trying to do this at the same time. By delivering my final verdict, I trust there is no objections. There is one, me. I am objecting. I'm objecting. I have a sword. Mr. Suited, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in Encyclopedia of British Laws. However, the defense... What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment, they didn't. Why did he just, like, stop thinking in the moment the other guy spoke? When all members of the jury yes, court proceedings are suspended, and the yes, we have just said that. The footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. So what it means that if one of those is corrupted, we can literally just say, yo there! Fuck off.
Objection!
A summation examination. From which century has that tome you have there been resurrected? I do love it literally uses like vampire puns in a way, to be honest. Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. And a modern text on British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten and certain no longer practiced. So you're out of luck. Well, let's hit the library then. Or bookshop. Whatever it is, what even is it, Miss Sasuta? The so-called summation examination. Oh, well, one moment. I'll read about it. You would demand the right to procedure before you even understand what it entails. Typical Nipponese. Which apparently means Japanese for some reason. Alright, Mr. Naruto. I think you understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal the members of the jury. Do what exactly? Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decision. And it says here that if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse the decision. Yes, in time gone by, barristers would use examination, to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really. So it rather fell out of use. Well, so what it means is it's still there, it's not used. I wonder why. Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would ever assert his right to try this in this day and age. Well, we're trying it anyway. Go for it. Just taking the time as well. Still, I don't see any mention of procedure actually being formally revoked. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and are largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. That is true, which means we can use it. Hurrah! What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Are you gonna do a slap in the face? Summation examination, our last possible option. Do we assert a right to carry? Of course we do! The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedures. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection!
But if it is alright, it is alright. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with a summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready? I feel like I need a dictionary at the side of my every time he talks. Do you mean like von sake? The only thing I know is that is like the Nipponese is apparently Japanese. I literally had to search it up. I was very curious what it meant. Well, I'm not. There was no mention of this in the letter I received. You see, so all members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision. On what grounds? You must all justify your decision and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty. He is kinda like being very, very suspicious right now. Well, my lord, rather than putting us on the spot. This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before. I don't really hold all this justify law. She's just gonna write? Yeah. It seems to have thrown the jurors off. That's kind of good, actually. Because they're very certain of their point and like, just like, oh fuck. We're like, yeah, we made our point, but we wasn't really expecting to tell you that one. It seems none of them has experienced this before. Alright then, let's do this. A defense procedure to no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, great. That means I'm a lawyer then, because I'm actually using it. Hell yeah. But it seems like only 3 of them was nervous. The lady always writes in her typewriter. The other 2 seems rather normal. So we're gonna just check for this then. I'm just gonna check some stuff. I'm gonna make pancakes later on. Not that I know how this works. I feel like the whole game is just learning new stuff. there was no one else in that carriage at the time, so it has to have been him. I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory. It seems 4 passengers, with fare totaling 20 pence. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen. I haven't simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and drawn a logical conclusion. I can trust the guild. You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. The scoundrel stabbing a poor man on the floor. It beggars belief. On the floor. He wasn't on the floor. Some of the jurors doesn't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get 6 of these people to change. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them. Wait, you mean all of them? Holy shit! Just one moment, Naruto. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the fund. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then, they've reached a conclusion by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, I could recoil on you. The more you try to pursue them, the more entranced they may become. Then, what on earth am I supposed to do? Proof! Evidence! Oh dear. I'm just cheating with what I've read about British law, Miss Naruto. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then? Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurator's own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Well, 6 members of the jury are randomly selected in the members of the public. They may appear to be presented a united front, but the truth is, they're completely strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. We must listen carefully what each member of the jury says. It's a bit chillier in here. And see if they can identify any contradictory statements. If we can then contrast the statement and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. I see, so it's a contradiction in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way then, this is similar to regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Find contradictions in their statement and pit the jurors against one another to break them down. Alright, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. Ouch. Can we start proceedings, counsel? I would ask you to take the stand for this. I'm expecting to clear and consent the rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord! Okay, this is gonna be interesting. My ass is kind of falling asleep here. There were no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has been him. I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with a fare totaling 20 pence. So the chap next to him like this, brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen. I have simply typed all the statements I've made. Just for, okay, so I'm gonna just like pit. What does pit mean? Fuck, I don't know if I should press pit without actually knowing what I'm supposed to do here. I just feel like don't press it before I know what the hell is going on here. Okay, there we go. Because I could press them. I'm gonna press them first, actually. Certainly the testimonies we've heard suggest the victim Mr. McGilder were alone inside the carriage. Precisely my point. But could there be some other explanation? Something we haven't considered yet? Such as? Well, perhaps that's something we could all work out together now. Okay, yeah, that just went nowhere. Okay, yeah, just skip that one. There, he doesn't appear to be in the mood to consider an alternative option of you, does he? I'm going to have to pit the jurors against one another. Okay, so I have to do that first. Find the contradiction in these 6 people assertions. Okay, so... Okay, wait, hold on. So, he has an excellent memory. It seems 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. Oh wait, hold on. 20 pence. We can trust the guild. Fair is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. I just found something here because she's saying 20, which means 5 times 4.
Objection!
Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other. They do. Explain yourself, counsel. Me? Oh dear, what I have said. I swear on Silver Blaze, main and name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about. According to the group testimony we heard so far, I really like when they animate shit in these games because it just makes it more alive. I still like the original games, of course, but it's like it's something with these 3D ones when they just like make it just... I like it. There were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question, and according to the coachman, Mr. Bepop, he took 20 pence in fares. Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me. And jurors number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence. That is a fair and convenient single price. Just where London carriages should be operated. But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts. Why, man? Why? 4 passengers paying 4 pence each. It would do the if you do the multiplication, it would be 16 pence. Exactly, as I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely 1 person's fare. Oh, fucking hell, I didn't realize that. I literally just thought like, okay, so he took more money or something. But it's literally a 4 pence of payment. Like, oh, shite. Great. Oh, my lord. So, that I didn't realize that one. Great. So, that we have a mysterious person, perhaps. 1 person's fare. Yes, in other words, one on the omnibus that night is distinctly possible. There was another passenger we have heard nothing about. Good gracious. I didn't actually realize that. I knew the price was wrong, but I didn't realize it was a 4 pence difference, which is literally what they pay for a person, so... That was amazing. This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword goes, sir, is fallacy. I beg your pardon. My guildmaster, I think you're out to consider that if this trial were to end here now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that at least lets nefarious characters ride his omnibus. That's true. Our jury is beginning to fall apart. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely lovely. I like see this happen. Alright then. How do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end? Make sure you don't find him guilty. Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire into the innocent side of the set of scales. Now, hold your horses here, coachman. We're all in agreement. Wait till I get my hands on you, people. Hey! Yo! Hell yes. Oh, this is all very irritating. Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same. Yes, because she just realized that something is definitely wrong here. And she's literally just like, she just said like, she just takes out trash when trash is to be taken out. So she is a fair person. She just simply just found it that it's impossible for anyone else to be there. But now it's like a fifth person, which means something doesn't add up. Not you as well. A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matter. Oh, really? I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witness again. Yay! We have 2 people on our side now. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You did it. We can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds. We can force the trial to continue. 2 more, actually. There is something else that's been bothering me about a couple of their assertions. And that's where you must strike next. So I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there is another contradiction in their assertion. Exactly, you can do it. I like this though. Well, the scale of justice have just shifted, but they're still way heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination. Hell yes. Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna check the 2 that has done this. This trial is to continue so I can get the bottom of this corruption. Not guilty, I say. Okay. I'm changing my leaning to innocent. I should like to hear what the slipshod bookkeeper has to say for himself. There was no one else. Bookkeeper? Who the hell is the bookkeeper? Okay. Typed and collated all the statements made thus far and draw the logical conclusion. The scoundrel stabbing a poor man on the floor. Okay, so I guess these 2, because it's not so much of what they say, but one literally thinks it's like this, and one thinks it's like this. I guess that I'm gonna do that. I hopefully will do right though.
Objection!
Hopefully. Those 2 statements are completely contradictory. What? Explain yourself, counsel, post haste. Oh dearie me, I was only knitting a jumper for my other half. What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? We heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3. What? Can you see that I'm busy here? Apparently his knife is stuck in the table. How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it? Want to test me, do you? It was like this, stuck the fellow next to him with even getting up. Just like the prime banker said. Yes, that was what was Mr. Fairplay's testimony, quite true. Now then, juror number 6. Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man? How could you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam? Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it. It was like this. He stabbed a poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so. Now, don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting him. I do love his kind of twitchy, like, can I move now? And he stabbed the poor man after it collapsed on the floor. Well, I never. They're stabbing in total different direction. What? Bless my stitches. What a muddle. So does that mean that the guy was right? That if someone saw him trying to help him on the floor, someone else saw him stab him sitting up? But he was sitting, so that's the question. What this tells us is that there is a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth. But why? Why the dickens would they lie? I don't know why they have the sentence Dickens. Because what? This wasn't well. Also, what was that down there? I didn't realize there was something down there. Is that the trial ends at this point? We never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience? Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide the people telling lies. Yep. There we go. Now we're on equal terms again. The scales. Oh, I don't believe it. Hell yes. We're on even terms now. Wait. Now, hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, cannot listen to this man. Look at him, his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on us all. Being racist much? Yeah, the tables have turned and the scales have been equalized. Answer me this, Dark Jinx. What the fuck, me? What exactly is the problem? What if two witnesses have slightly different recollection of events? What of it? Let's say that Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat in the next to him on the omnibus. And this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor and then the Shylock stabbed him again. And this old lady saw him do it. Well, what do you say? It didn't happen like that? What are you calling dandy, sir? Why should I take this knife to you? What are you calling old? Why I should take this needle to you? I don't know what's worse, the needle or the knife. They really kill each other now. But this is what it was used for, to make sure they didn't trust each other. But could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the two witness two different moments of the crime? It's possible. It is true. There is an outside chance of almost anything you care to mention. Exactly the point I have been trying to make. Before you go any further, Miss Naruto. Oh, what is it, Mrs. Naruto? I think you should have looked through the court record. Oh yeah, 2 stabs. It's only 1 stab. You see, this evidence makes quite clear. There isn't even an outside chance, the jurors say. Okay, so my point was that he didn't stab him, he was trying to help him. So I was just miscalculating a bit. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman. What is it, you dark jeans? Come out. Out with it. Come on, out with it. What you're suggesting is impossible. It is out of the question. What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. Right direction, you say? So where's your evidence, man? That's where we want to see. I say the 2 witnesses saw 2 different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of question, show me some proof. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Some referable hard evidence, as you wish. What? I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the 2 witnesses saw 2 different moments of the same crime, as proven by a report, probably Scotland Yard coroner. It gives the cause of death as internal hemorrhages as a result of a single stab wound. Only a single stab wound. This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what was written here, the mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once. Only once? It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these witnesses can possibly have seen it happen 2 different times. What the fuck? Where did the knife go? Wait. That means forgery is now leaning not guilty. Hey! For the win! Haha! Only the one that is very logical and the one that just wished to go home. What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one needs this to deceives me. But we had a consensus. I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this. God, what the hell? And shave every last hair on his head. Please tell me he's a barber. Probably not. Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events, the defense summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority amongst the jury for me to adjudicate it, and the trial must continue. Hell yes! Be careful, Mr. Vampire, the sun might rise soon. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places, and call upon all of you to continue pursue the truth. Yes! I kind of forgotten what we actually ended up with before, because we just ended up with this shit. So, Lord Van Zakes, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please. Something tells me he's not really happy. But I don't really give a shit. Are we gonna drink it or what? Oh! Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hallowed chalice, it may seem crushed to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Sakes. Yeah, he's mad. He is absolutely mad. As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during a summation examination. So I honored a deathly silence and listened to this charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as self-evident truth, it would seem. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Oh, there goes the cake. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Well, he seems to kinda accept it in a way. Witnesses, I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure. Oh yes, sir. That I did, sir. Of course I heard it. Yes, sir. I heard it. You, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Bippo. Oh, yes, my lord, sir. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a 5th passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury, and you are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Oh, mio dio. No problem, Turtle Girl. I'm gonna continue for like 20 minutes there anyway. Also, I learned something when making voices. I'm not gonna think through much when I make voices. I'm just gonna go with it because it worked kind of fine with the people here. I just realized that now. You will explain the various misgiving misgivings brought to our attention by the defense summation examination. Hardy. I'm so happy about this. I carried 4 passengers that night, but swear, but. Well, I for once was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. He filled us on the fare, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It is too much. I tell you, I saw McGilden stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Oh yes, he stabbed you, he did. I think so, yeah. Well, but this guy's not a witness because he's like outside. Counsel, make sense of this for me, please. The phantom 5th passenger, conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend, never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little consignage. Beppo, explain yourself. I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster. The Guildmaster's fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare? It's cold. And the last run of the day is always half empty. You have been dishonest, coachman. I thought something would pop up there. I'm sorry. You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild. If I may, sir, I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week. What? 4 passengers at 5 pence each. Yes, that is correct. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently. No, that figures. Well, it would appear that one of the 4 mentioned misgivings had already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please. We have already had the pleasure of protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor game. Of course, why not? I am playing a game, literally. Absolutely. Is he always gonna look that nervous through the game? Like, holy crap.
Hold it!
I'm gonna press on everything here. So there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them the stand 4 pence fare. Is that right? It is impossible to make that last run of the day pay. It was cold. It was all I could do to stop myself passing out. Getting chilblains just listening to you. It was terrible to give myself a pat on the back for keeping the bus running. Doesn't the dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passengers? I have to remember doing that as well. You're digging a deep hole for yourself here. If only I had been 5th passenger on the omnibus on that night, then we would have had another suspect. Well, technically, I just realized that guy's name is Mason, so this might be a Mason's dagger. It might have been used on himself because the one that needed to pay him was actually fair play here. And yes, he might not look like a rich person, but do you need to look like a rich person to be a rich person? Who knows?
Hold it!
Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4? Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. And I just told you that I did. A flat fare of 5 pence across the board. It's not something to be proud of. The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort. Much like the phantom killer you desperately need, need. It's gone. Dead and buried. Well, great. Just gonna try and continue this anyway. I'm looking for like someone just reacting to other people.
Hold it!
This is blood curling. This blood curling sight, you mean the murder, I presume? Yes, sir. A loathsome sight. No doubt, have to witness the horror in eyes of a man the moment his life was taken. Oh, well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed. Good gracious, really? We have another witness who did, however. The banker has already testified to it. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That might turn out to be very significant. I heard a banker gent next to me take a sharp intake of breath, see? That's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly and all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating. Yikes. Yeah, I don't trust this guy though. Because he's the only one who saw it, and he's literally the one being blackmailed. So you saw the defendant McGilded stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who has been sitting next to him. Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? It was bothering me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there was only the two of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a fifth passenger. But as yet, zero evidence. Then what about we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white, the man's guilty. Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just now jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was. I'm gonna just press everyone here and then check.
Hold it!
Earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Yes, that's right. You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assassination holding the knife in a ice pick grip. I suppose I might have, you know, oh yes, but put the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Well, quite sure that about most of it. I was driving the horse when I heard a scream from the seat on the roof deck. Oh, I expect that was me, sir. Then when I turn around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor and the knife was sticking out up on his midriff. That's right. Yes, the fellow holding the handle was the famous man. Yes. So in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all. I really thought I did, but when I could go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I didn't see the precise. Hold on, what the fuck are you going about here? Percy? Hello, what's wrong with you here, mate? Something's wrong with this guy. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? But now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. You didn't really see the exact moment the fella was stabbed. What the chances of that, eh? Are you asking me for me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could you have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? No chance. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the roof of an omnibus, that is. Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it clear as a Ballarat day.
It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you. Thank you, Mr. Fairplay. Oh, excuse me if I'm getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what you exactly saw. Oh, I can do that, alright. And I'll tell you just how grim it was. Do you think I forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man? Okay, I'm gonna press first. But they said they had gloves. Blood-soaked. Well, perhaps soaked is laying a little thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. And you saw that from the roof, through the skylift. Well, the skylight's reasonably large. So I had a pretty good view. And there was a lamp inside the carriage as well. So I'm quite sure of what I saw. Yeah, hands. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do with that. Okay, I'm just gonna pass this because we know about this. Well, we don't know about this, but it's like I don't really do often voices for like the ending part because it's literally just them discussing stuff and then going back again. Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what to do. Like, it's the gloves, because people say like, oh, it's blood-soaked gloves. Like, now he literally just said hands. Wait, oh, shit. Sorry, apparently the little dot is a bit after when I press, because I thought it was on the second last one. I'm getting a bit knackered here. It's like 53, so I'm gonna do some more and I'm gonna end the stream because it's 8. I end my stream at 8. I have a schedule. There we go. I'm gonna present these blood-soaked hands. Well, I admit that soaked might be laying a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. What? Here are gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Oh, yes, right. Oh, sorry, my nose. And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark color stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right hand glove. And also not on the hands. Yikes, his teeth. In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. But no, I can't be right. So you're the liar here. That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said it was both hands. I more or less thought it meant hand as in literally hand, but that works as well. I knew it was the gloves at least. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth? Well, Objection!
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one. But the fact remains. The victim's blood was on this accused. No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands.
which means there is a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Why? I'm a city banker. For pity's sake, my word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snip. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate. He's claiming to have no reason to lie, but is that really the case? No, he has a reason to lie. Mr. Naruto, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, we could turn the tide of this trial completely. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's the book. There is evidence. My lord. Yes, counsel. The defense is ready to present evidence. By Jove, are you sure? Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had a reason to lie in this testimony. Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness' alleged deception of the court.
Take that!
This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGill. Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortions. The point is, amongst the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worth being called a debt. According to his ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say? Well, what of it? Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case? These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to capital punishment. All outstanding debts were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist. Cease to exist? Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant. Either that or someone else has him in an iron grip. Apparently my phone tells me something. What do you tell me? Something interesting? Just checking. Not much more. Order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Yes, my lord. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. My voice, holy crap. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in the time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrusted a knife into the victim? Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony. All right. Now let's make melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth at a pinch. But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilda's hands, both of them.
Objection!
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained. You keep saying. Does he have a twin? I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir. Go ahead, Mr. First. Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself as it happened. Seeing what? The blood, sir. On the assailant's hands.
I think yes. I'm almost certain it was on both his hands, not just one. What? Yeah, but that doesn't make sense then. It would appear that we're going to need further testimonies from all your witnesses. This time I would like to precisely what you did and what you did not see. Oh, to make myself precisely clear. And be precisely clear about that, I'm actually gonna save here because it's getting... Well, some people is like stream... And also welcome humble viewers to stream I'm holding. Whoops, I pressed the wrong goddamn button. I just...